Hello and welcome everyone to the Introduction to Healing Heart live session at Be Infinite. My name is Negin Khorasani and I'm your host today. Be Infinite is a platform for online transformative learning to realign people with their inner balance and life purpose. It was founded with the vision to inspire people to get in touch with the wisdom of their hearts and empower them to cultivate their true potential. We are also offering various ways of collaboration to unite consciouspreneurs, healers, and educators, and the people who are seeking those solutions to create a world where everyone lives in balance and harmony in alignment with their true potential. During this session, we will cover an introduction to Healing Heart, different classes of this series of programs and its facilitators. We will also have time for your questions. Please join me in welcoming Nadia Izbitskaya, creativity, music, and meditation teacher, and Lalao Randy, Eurythmyst and meditation trainer. Thank you, Nadia and Lalao, for taking the time to join us today. Okay, so now let's talk about Healing Heart. What is Healing Heart and why we are offering it? Healing Heart is a series of programs that aim to enhance well-being and joy in participants through the means of the creative process. In these sessions, we use a wide range of expressive arts such as poetry, music, the art of movement, painting, and other forms of creativity in everyday life. We also use art materials such as paints, pastels, pencils, and markers, or musical instrument, voice, and movement to connect deeper with our feelings and needs and to express them in a health-enhancing and empowering way. In Healing Heart sessions, we create a warm, supportive, and inclusive environment with an understanding of the psychological aspects of the creative process in increasing awareness of self and others to create connection and healing. Here, special attention is paid to nonverbal symbols, metaphors, and concepts that are usually difficult to express with words, and instead could be freely expressed through the creative process. In these sessions, guided self-expression allows you to recover from or cope with cognitive, emotional, or physical impairments and move toward positive emotions and feelings and to create more fulfilling life experiences. With all that has been going on in the past 2 years and our isolation and disconnection from our community, we felt it's much needed now more than ever before to learn to connect with ourselves and others in a deeper yet more joyful, playful way to heal and to love ourselves and everyone around us. Nadia, as a creativity, music, and meditation teacher, is one of our facilitators in Healing Heart. Her program revolves around the power of the creative process to transform our lives. In music-focused sessions, you will experience the power of creativity in everyday life, not only through music, but also through poetry, craft, cooking, and more. Now let's hear more from Nadia. Nadia, could you please tell our audience a little bit about yourself and the journey that brought you here?
Hello to everyone. So my name is Nadia, and the full Russian form Nadezhda, it means hope. I was born in Russia, grew up in Ukraine, and for the last 29 years, I have lived in Canada. So I'm a professional musician. I'm conductor, choir, and teacher of voice and piano. In Ukraine, I was singer and choir conductor with Kiev Chamber Choir. which perform on many stages in Europe and former Soviet Union. And after completing my PhD, I taught at Institute Culture in Kyiv. And in Canada, I taught voice and piano in my private studio and voice at Queen's University Conservatory. I also organized and directed women's choir called Aurora, and highlight of our performances was representing Canada at the International Choir Festival at 2001. I have had a lot of challenges in my life, and I know what is happiness and sorrow, joy and pain. And I truly believe that in our core, we are all strong-spirited and can find great satisfaction in our life, regardless of circumstances. But we must know who we truly are and who we choose to be in our life journey. My great companion through life has been creativity, whatever in my professional activities or everyday life. And through creativity, I have been able to inspire myself and have always tried to encourage everyone around me, my family, students, my friends, to find the inspiration from within. And I hope I can do that also for people I meet in Healing Arts.
Wonderful. It's so inspiring, your journey, Nadia, and ignites enthusiasm. We would love to hear more about what our audience can expect from your class.
So I would like to start from share with you a poem from this beautiful book, spiritual poem by Rumi, a Persian poet, mystic poet of 13th century. When my pain causes my healing, my laws transform to heights, and heresy became faith. My soul and heart and body were blocking my journey before, but now my body became heart, heart became soul, and soul turned to be creator. Anthropology tells us that we are naturally born singers, not talkers. Expressing through the words came much later in process of evolution as a result of thinking. And feeling came before thinking. So our classes will be dedicated to creator in us and will go much beyond music. I would call it improvisation on creativity, and I would like to underline it. It's improvisation on creativity is everyday life. Why it's so important? Because during process of creating, when thinking gives the way to feelings, we open door to our inner world and return to our natural ability to express ourselves freely. As it happened with me, creativity can be a tool to take away thoughts from feel of negativity to feel of beautiful feelings. And it can become an instrument of inner transformation to become a very loving person and appreciate beauty in everything around us. We may not necessarily become a perfect singer or craft maker or special cook, but we still love our creation. They are dearest to us. And this allows us to nurture our love to ourselves. And as a result, nurture our love to others as well. So I invite everyone who also would like to sing and improve their singing skills to attend these classes. And especially those who think they don't have a good voice, because we all have good voice. We just have to make our body function properly during while we're singing. And I love to teach healthy singing, because when we sing, our body and soul are one. And my class is called Smile with Madame Crocodile. So I'm looking forward to having a just good time and smiling together. So welcome to these classes where we'll improvise on creativity in everyday life. And please bring your smile, your voice, and your beautifully creative self.
That's lovely. So exciting, Nadia. Thank you very much for this beautiful explanation about your class. Could you also please share what age group can join your class?
This is classes for adults.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And could you also tell our audience why you call yourself in these classes, Madame Crocodile?
It's happened in my life several years ago, very touching moment. It's a love story between little boy, 6 years old, and me, older woman. When we discover in 1 minute that we know only one word, which language we know, it was word crocodile. This boy could not speak English, I could not speak French. And this is very touching story. And I love call myself Madame Crocodile, and even my friends call me Madame Crocodile. And I tell that story in our class. It's a very touching story.
Lovely, lovely. I look forward to your class and to hearing that story in your class. So now let's talk about Lalao, who is another facilitator that we have in this program. His class revolves around eurythmy, physical movement, and inner harmony. Movement-focused sessions utilize movement and rhythm to create a connection between heart and brain, as well as the release of endorphins into our body. Lalao, could you please tell our audience a little bit about yourself and the journey that brought you here?
Yes, sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Lalao. It's a Malagasy name from Madagascar, where I was born, and it means game. Yes, game, to play a game. Now I'm living in Switzerland 4 years. Yeah, I have always been interested in movements, and I was practicing martial arts for years. But something in me expected what? Let's say more interiority. And one day I watched the performance of a German group. It was Eurythmyst. From this day on, I knew I would do this art of movement. And I was lucky to have the opportunity to study it in Lausanne, the city where I'm living. It was 4 years of training, full-time, I mean, every morning and 2 or 3 afternoons a week. In a sense, it was hard because physically we had to move a lot and we had many subjects to study. But I love this period where we were in a kind of fairy world. Then I taught eurythmy in a ward school, and at the same time, I was part of a stage group. In the flow, I met a meditation method called heartfulness, and this changed the way I see the world. Now, with this method, I'm a trainer and also a yoga teacher. All this makes me so happy because eurythmy is based on the heart, and the essence of this meditation is to put our attention on the heart. Let me tell something which happens yesterday and today morning. I was in a seminar, in a Eurythmyst seminar in Geneva, and it was so marvelous that when I am here now, I have in my heart this kind of intention to spread and to share it. And so I am here now with you.
Wonderful to hear. So inspiring. Thank you for sharing your journey, Lalao. Could you please, you also clarify for audience that what they can expect from your class?
Yes, okay. As human beings, we are the only species on Earth to be able to use words, letters. To speak means to use a language, words. Words are made of letters, and ultimately letters come from sounds. Sounds are universal, common to all, regardless of the difference in languages. For example, the sound E is the same for all of us. On the other hand, our lives are naturally following rhythms, and we can't move outside the space. We can't avoid moving in space. We are always in space. So sounds, rhythms, and space. In our classes, we will do various combinations of these three with our body. This can lead us even beyond our individual self-expression towards a social process, and furthermore, through a healing process. We will experience how sounds are the basis of our inner system, of our energetic system. We'll lead them and make them visible. In other words, the sounds A, B, C, D, and so on will be made visible. We can use poems, apart from the emotions, feelings which accompany poems, and therefore the energy they carry. At the end of the day, poems are sums of letters, which are sounds set to rhythms. Or we can use pieces of music as well. After a while, as the sessions go on, we will improve in different fields. Inner balance, outer balance, confidence in ourselves, and we will improve in our way of listening, relieving stress, being in tune with our natural rhythm, and better in our relations with others. So I invite everybody to come.
That's wonderful. Sounds very interesting. I look forward to your class, Lalao. And what age group can join your class?
Adults can join classes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. And Lalao's class is called Euphoria with Eurythmy. Now, I will be the third facilitator in Healing Heart so far. I say so far because we may have more facilitators as we go on. My class will be focused on visual art. Art-focused sessions can be a mixture of drawing, coloring, painting, sculpting, calligraphy, and pretty much everything else you can think of that is artistic. Now, a little bit about my journey and how it can be helpful for you in Healing Heart program. As a child, I was artistically oriented. I was good at drawing, painting, and singing. In my youth, I continued with drawing and painting and started writing poems and experimenting with crafts such as wood carving. In my later years of high school and early years of university, I took some classes in drawing, painting with ink and water, and calligraphy. I studied architecture at the university and took extra classes in art history, film critique, and immersed myself in the world of cinema, opera, and classical music by attending events, watching, and listening to the masterpieces in each genre. As a result of reviewing many works of art, art critiques, film critiques, and studying art history, I became fluent in writing reviews and critiques on films, theater performances, paintings, architecture projects, and any art form. I was able to draw the depth of the feeling behind the photo or painting by the balance of empty space and form, light and darkness, color composition, or the feelings behind the lines, brush movements, or a gesture of an actor, the angle of the camera, the lighting, and the mise-en-scène, and much more. I discovered heartfulness meditation as a means to explore my inner world in a deeper way in my early 20s, which later on put me on the path of teaching it. I continued my personal exploration with arts to express myself through poetry, painting, pottery, wood carving, calligraphy, photography, and video art. I also remained engaged and almost obsessed with decoding the meaning behind every element in arts created by others to penetrate the inner world of the artist, to reveal the hidden meanings of arts and how our inner world could be uncovered through various art forms. I wrote in magazines and co-hosted movie screening and film critic sessions for many years. I also taught rendering and composition at a university in Tehran. Later on, I put cultural events and festivals together and held poetry and music programs to hold space for those who would like to express themselves creatively. To me, any form of art, beyond the end result, and maybe more than that, is about discovering our inner world and finding ways to clearly and openly express our feelings in ways more freeing than logical utilization of words. One of the areas of my fascination is mythology, archetypes, and the collective unconscious. My studies in the field of psychology, years of meditation practice and teaching it, as well as my personal inner and mystical journey have given more depth to my interpretations and readings of other people's creative expression. So with all these learnings and tools, I rejoice in supporting individuals and groups to get in touch with their inner being, meaning, feelings, and needs, and to explore the healing effects of art, to discover their unique ways of expression, and to identify their most effective and impactful roles in society. If I want to summarize what you can expect from my class, I facilitate your connection with your feelings and needs, tuning into what we deeply feel, exploring what's going on inside, embracing our feelings fully, and express them through the creative process. We draw or work with colors and forms. We may choose calligraphy or collage. It's not actually the end result of the drawing or painting that in an artistic way that we aim at, but the creative process as a means for self-exploration and self-expression. It is the journey that matters rather than the destination. As a result of this process, we must gain a deeper connection with ourselves and more clarity about what we feel, why we feel it, what the undercurrent needs are, what some of the solutions are to what we may perceive as problems in our lives, and how we can journey to a place of more positivity and peace. These sessions create that safe space away from the harshness of judgments to allow us to explore the uniting and cathartic, liberating power of art and the pleasure of connecting with one another, to just muse and play together and to get lost in the ecstasy of oneness. In my class also is also meant geared toward adults, but I believe anybody above 15 can attend. My class is called Open Your Wings and Fly. Now, these classes, all of these classes that we explained along with Nadia and Lalao, are all fun and filled with joy. as you immerse yourself in pleasurable creative work to heal and to love yourself. Anyone who experiences sadness, stress, fear, illness, trauma, challenges in living, and those who seek self-awareness and personal development can all benefit from this program. This program is offered once every month. Smile with Madame Crocodile will be the first series of classes that we offer under this program, which starts on February 12th. Now, let me share screen, because then I'm able to show you how you can find and what you can find on our website about these programs. So when you go to the Be Infinite website, under the category of Healing Heart, you are able to see all the 3 classes that are there. So when you continue in the same page, the first series of classes are called Smile with Madame Crocodile, as I mentioned, facilitated by Nadia Izbitskaya. Usually the duration of these classes are between 1 to 1.5 hours, depending on how many participants we may get in each class. The first session starts February 12th. And because it's always the second Saturday of each month, so the dates are, mentioned that way. Always the second Saturday of each month at 1 p.m. EST, which will be 7 p.m. European time. The fees of the classes are, so low that we wanted to make sure everybody can afford it. It's only $15 per session. And the second series of classes are offered by Lalao, Euphoria with Eurythmyst. Starts from May 14th, and we have 3 consecutive sessions in the 3 consecutive months. And same information you can find in our website. And the third one is Open Your Wings and Fly. It continues till October. So I stopped sharing here. And at this point, we are open and ready to receive your questions. So feel free to write your question on the chat on the Facebook page in our live session, and we go from there. Okay, I have one question here. It might be able, it may be, Lalao, you may be able to address this question. If we do Eurythmyst, is it like learning a new language?
Well, let's say no. I'm going to explain a little bit. I would say human beings, a human being is meant to be able to walk, to speak, to think, and later on to meditate. These are somehow natural, but to walk, we have to imitate adults, and you have to learn to walk, but it is in us. To speak, we have to listen to a language, and to think, we have to learn. When we speak, we use letters, as I said, but letters, for example, E in German is like this. E in English is like this. So somehow languages are cultural. Languages depend on different countries in the world. Instead of that, sounds are universal. I mean, all babies in the world can say A, E, I, O, U. And Eurythmyst to make this sound in movement, visible in movement. I mean, the sounds are dormant in us. And when we do eurythmy, they are awakened, they are visible. So it's not really like to learn a new language. It is already in us. And I would say we are made of sounds, we are made of vibrations, but it's another topic.
Amazing.
Is it
Thank
okay
you
like
very
this?
much. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very informative, and it also whets our appetite to know more about eurythmy.
Okay.
So I have another question here. What kind of singing we will practice? Which genre? Nadia, could you please speak to that?
So when our body functions properly during process of singing, we create proper sound, healthy sound. And then you can sing any genre you would like to sing. Of course, I will pick songs. I hope you will like them. But mostly, I would like to help you to make your body work correctly during singing.
Thank you very much. That's amazing. That's the ground basically for any kind of singing.
Yes, for any kind of singing, no matter what genre. Because opera singer and jazz singer, they should use the same breath support, the same correct placing. And like result, get proper sound for genre that you enjoy.
Absolutely. Now I have another question here. What do we need during the movement focus classes? I guess they mean what to bring with them, what tools, or maybe.
Okay, if it is about eurythmic classes, we just need sockets, I mean, for our feet and nothing else. Of course, we need to be at our ease in our clothes, of course, but nothing else. Yeah.
Just feeling relaxed in our the way we clothe that.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
And if you don't feel relaxed, come please, and you will feel relaxed afterwards.
That's amazing.
We don't need to feel relaxed when coming, but I hope we will be relaxed after the classes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. Now I have another question here. What kind of crafts we can experience in Nadia's class? So it's clearly toward you, Nadia.
I think everybody has own preferences. Depends how you feel inside. And I do different kind of crafts, and I'm looking forward to share with you what I like, and maybe you'll share what you like. So it can be any kind of creativity, because as I would like to underline, it's our creativity in everyday's life, which greatly enrich our life.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. I have this other question that says, do we have to have previous experience with visual art and different material to attend the art focus class? No, actually, we don't need any previous experience, because as I explained, our goal in these classes are not to create something really fantastic artistically. It may get there, but it's not our aim. So you can come with any level of, craft that you have. And the goal is to connect within, with ourselves, with our feelings. And in this class, we basically learn those skills, how to listen to ourselves and how to bring our feelings and needs and express them artistically in a creative way and enjoy the process rather than just aiming at the result. That's that. I have no more
Just
questions.
may I say something about that?
Sure, absolutely,
Okay.
Lalao.
I think just doing any of our classes is already a result. I mean, it's yeah, it's just something very simple that I would say. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So at this point, we have no more questions, and I want to just thank Lalao and Nadia for joining us today to let us explain the healing heart for everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your participation and interest. We hope you enjoyed learning about our new program series. To know more about this program, as I mentioned, go to our website, beinfinite.com, and subscribe to our website to receive also the information, the updates about it. And don't miss Madame Crocodile's first session. So goodbye, everyone.